Hey guys, it's Mage Captain Gilshanks, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy! Last time we did some Gusty Garden stuff, and I was getting ready to do the Daredevil mission for you guys, but unfortunately it's not there. So instead we're going to take on this mini-galaxy, Honeyclimb Galaxy. And as soon as we're done with that, hopefully the Prankster comment will actually show up. So in the meantime, with this mission in particular, there's really not that much to talk about because it's just more climbing with B Mario, and we've already done plenty of that already, so, you know, aside from jumping, flying, avoiding obstacles, you know, there's really not much to talk about. So instead, I'm going to bring up my, my plans for LP number 2. So I have that game in mind. I've had it in the works for a while, and as I've been going through this LP, I've been practicing it. Now, to sort of give myself a little bit of an edge, I've been attempting to try and go through it, you know, on its hardest difficulty. So I've been attempting to do that now, and let me tell you, I can understand easily now why there really aren't that many LPs, if there are any at all, on that hardest difficulty. They might just be regular walkthroughs. Oh my god, is that game fucking hard. I don't think I could do it, to be honest. I don't think I could do it well enough for an LP, you know, because I mean, even, look, this game isn't that hard, and I still have to do takes, you know, like 5 to 6 times sometimes, you know, just because of the idea that you're recording, and, you know, there's more pressure, and you're concentrating on doing commentaries and all that kind of stuff, so for something like that, I think I'm just gonna play it safe and just do it on the normal mode. And, you know, all things considered, it's still not a game that's LP'd very often. It's more so one of those games that you just find the walkthroughs without commentaries. So, you know, and let me tell you, it's a lot different from this game, too. So, you know, it's not even close to being a Nintendo kind of game. So, you know, I kind of, when this archive gets going, when I start actually doing more games, I want to have a very eclectic list. I want to sort of appeal to, you know, different kind of people, you know what I mean? Because there's gonna be the Nintendo crowd, and there's gonna be the non-Nintendo crowd. That's pretty much how I categorize video game enthusiasts: Nintendo crowd and non-Nintendo crowd. And I kind of fall somewhere in between. So I want to sort of alternate between Nintendo and non-Nintendo kind of games. So yeah, I know it's kind of pointless to mention this now because I'm not ready to start it just yet. But, you know, seeing as how I didn't really have anything else to talk about while I'm going through this fucking wall here, I just thought I would bring it to your attention. I also have LP3 in mind, but that's really far out there into the future, so you know, that can easily change. That's why, you know, I don't really want to talk too much about it. LP number 2, on the other hand, I'm like 95% sure that I'm gonna do it, just probably not on its hardest mode, because ugh. It's not even going to be fun if I do it. It's just going to be more of a chore than anything else. So, alright, so enough about that. We're ready to take on the next Daredevil mission, so let's do that. Even though, you know, it's pretty repetitive. So, okay, so let me get this straight. We start off with a mini-galaxy that's just basically a rehash of a certain segment of a main galaxy, and then for our second star, we're going back to a main galaxy to do what's essentially the same mission that we just did in the previous video. So this has been such an eventful episode so far. My chair is like creaking like crazy here. It's probably picking up in the microphone and everything. Let me just... Okay. Now we probably shouldn't hear it that much anymore. Okay, so I really have to concentrate here. You know, I love that. I love that they designed it that way. That, like, you know, you ground pound, you get him out of the ground, and then you just, like, spin attack him in the balls. You know what? I'd be making those grumbling noises, too, if I had to be, like, you know, knocked out of my little hiding place, and then someone spin attacks me in the balls. You know what? That would be... Look at him. You know what? I'd probably make weird noises, too, if I got spin attack in the balls twice. Now, see that face he's making? That's the face that I usually make by the time I finish doing a recording after having to do it like 7 or 8 times. So, just to give you an idea of what I look like after the 7th or 8th take, it's pretty much that face that we just saw. So this boss, in a number of ways, reminds me of me. It's kind of awkward. Alright, cool. Once again, we took care of this asshole, and we managed to do it without taking any hits, courtesy of luck, I would say, not really not skill, necessarily. But it's all good. So let's get our fucking star. Alright. So what is that? Star number 51 now. Well, we got 50 stars before, I didn't even mention it, so we're 5/12ths of the way through the game! As if that fraction has any real significance, but I don't know. Well, now we're 51 1/20ths. 51 is divisible by 3, so that'd be 17/40ths, I believe. Yeah, 17/40ths. Why am I even bothering talking about that? So now we have our new galaxy, Freezeflame Galaxy, and I've got to say, this is a pretty fun place. It's frustrating, it's challenging as fuck, and it's easy to get pissed off. But you know what? It's got really creative level design, and I seriously can't complain because it's finally the right kind of challenge. Now, in the past, in this LP, I've been complaining like a motherfucker about some of these other missions that were insanely hard. But you know what? Some of those were just, like, hard in an unfair kind of way. This is the definition of, like, you know, challenging in a good way. What's coming up, you know, we're not there yet. Right now we have to do this sort of pre-mission thing where we have to skate around. And, oh, let me actually, you know, when this cutscene ends. So you want to shake the Wiimote, and that's how you can actually skate around like this. And you want to not get hit by a fucking boulder. No, instead you want to skate around, and you want to go after this penguin. I don't know why they put this in the mission. This really has nothing to do with what we're actually going to be doing in Mission 1. And the funny thing is, we're not actually doing Mission 1 right now. I know that's what I clicked. I know that's what this is the setup for. Sort of. But I'm actually going to be going for the secret mission. Even earlier than usual. Usually wait until after Mission 2. But it's really difficult, so it's a serious pain in the ass, so I'd rather get it over with now, since it's not that, you know, since Mission 1 really isn't that bad, so, you know, we can pretty much take it easy if we can get this one right. So now we're getting launched to the real mission. Again, I don't see the point of that previous one. If they needed more time to load the level, they still didn't have to give you a whole little minigame segment. I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to make it feel more full. I gotta tell you, considering that this is not my first take, and that's really the reason why I didn't gloat about the Daredevil run before, because, you know, one of the reasons I had to do a couple takes is because I kept fucking that up, as well as this here. But hopefully we get it right now. Anyway, as I was saying, okay, I gotta tell you, because this isn't the first take, my jaw is fucking killing me from doing all this commentary, because I love this microphone, the quality's great and all, I've mentioned it so many times, but it's very low, and for what it has in quality, it seriously lacks in volume, so that's why I gotta be very loud, I have to enunciate, you know, even more so than I normally would. Even though I guess I probably wouldn't. I'd probably have to do that more so in the other one. Okay, so that was probably the most, what we just did right there, that triple jump, just timing that is probably the most difficult thing about this mission. So, like I said, this is actually the secret mission. We pretty much strayed off the path of the normal one. We got Fire Mario now. We got the Fire Flower, which is sort of like, you know, like a nostalgic sort of throwback to the classic Mario games. But you know what? I hate it in this game. It's fucking horrible. They designed it badly because you have to shake the Wiimote in order to throw a fireball. So half the time you don't even know what direction it's going to go in. It also cancels out your spin attack. So jumping, you know, making like complicated jumps in this form is nearly impossible. Now I had to go and restock on that again because, never mind. Sorry, I got distracted. There are these, my neighbors, these little kids are outside playing. I keep thinking, like, is that going to get picked up by the microphone? Because I'm going to get really pissed off if it does. Nothing against the kids, it's just that the microphone itself is sometimes a little too good. For my purposes, anyway. Alright, so never mind. So anyway, yeah, so I honestly don't understand why they did that. Why cancel out the spin attack? Why not make it the B button on the back of the Wiimote? That's really what they should have done. Honestly, you're going to be... How often do you ever see me launching star bits? Not very often, right? Usually, when I do it, I'm just goofing around or whatever. So, you know, it's whatever. Not a huge deal, but I think they really should have just done that rather than make it the spin attack. I guess they thought it would be more innovative or more fun to just throw fireballs by shaking the Wiimote. But canceling out the spin attack is a serious problem, and I've never actually played Super Mario Galaxy 2. I don't know if this is actually I don't know if Fire Mario is even, you know, playable in that game, but if he is, I really hope they fix that control scheme. I have no idea. Maybe someone in the comments section can let me know if it's actually better or if he's even in it or whatever. In any event, okay, so far so good. I'm actually surprised that I made it up here without like fucking up just yet. This bat's making me nervous though. To be completely honest, it's making me fucking nervous. But we almost have the star, so let's get up here. I am so fucking relieved because all those previous takes, some of them were because of the Daredevil thing, because I kept actually getting hit, and that's just a no-no in Daredevil runs. But the other half were pretty much for this mission, so I'm happy that I got that over with, because Mission 1 that we're actually going to be taking on next, you know, not the mission we actually didn't take on first, even though it's the first mission, that one's actually pretty easy, so, and we're not even 10 minutes in yet, so I'm fucking ready. Let's do this. fucking go. Freezeflame Galaxy, the frozen peak of Baron Burr. I get it, Vegeta, it's another pun! I need to stop doing that. Obscure. Oh, well, everyone knows Team 4-Star by now. Hey, old man. Or as Monkey D. Luffy would say, Ulsan. But you know what? That's my third obscure One Piece reference for this LP, and I probably should stop there because it's an amazing anime. It's actually my favorite anime of all time, but you know what? It's still not very well known in the US, so I can't expect too many people to actually understand those references, but whatever. The first reference I made was actually really hidden, that so far that, like, I had one of my friends watch that video who's a huge One Piece fan. Even he didn't get it right away. I actually had to tell him where it was, and he was like, oh. So I need to start making more clear-cut references, or at least start referencing things that people actually know in the US. It's funny, though, you know, on the subject of One Piece, they're doing this story arc right now that's actually very similar to this idea. You have, like, they're on an island, because it's a show about pirates. They go around sailing and all that stuff, but I don't want to get too far into that, because then I'll never stop talking about it. But anyway, they're doing this story arc that actually takes place on an island that's, you know, like half, it's basically this sort of a thing. It's like half, you know, like a snowy mountainous sort of thing, and half like a volcanic, really hot region. So, you know, it kind of reminded me of this level. I thought it was pretty cool in that sense. But anyway, I don't know what the fuck I was doing just there. I completely forgot to hit the fucking coin. Alright, so, without any more hiccups, let's fucking do this. Now, this time, because we're actually doing the first mission, we don't have to make any crazy complicated jumps this time around, so that's always a good thing, you know, because there's less of a chance for me to screw it up. So this time we're actually going to go straight. Now, see, okay, that's what I wanted to bring your attention. See how you had to, like, go forward, even though they're those fountains that led to where the secret mission is? Those are right there. So, okay, having said that, is it really that strange that the first time I played through this game, I got that secret mission first, much like how we're doing it in this video. I'm trying to recreate how it was my first time playing through this game. That's why I'm doing things in kind of weird orders sometimes, because I used to just find a lot of these secret missions by myself accidentally as I was going for the main ones. And I was talking to my friend, who's also played through this game, and he's like, "You're fucking weird, dude." He's like, "I had to look up that secret mission in the guide. You just find it accidentally. What the fuck?" And I'm like, I wasn't trying to. I was going for the main fucking mission, though. It's right there. How do you miss it, you know? I don't know. So now we have this boss that's basically like the quintessential 7th Pokemon gym, where, you know, the gym leader has some really obscure ice type as his, you know, as his main Pokemon, and that you've never even seen before, and then as soon as you get that 7th badge, you go into a cave and you end up finding its pre-evolved form. That was really oddly specific for an analogy, but that's what this guy makes me think of. I forgot that one Pokemon's name. It's like Glalie or something random like that. So you want to avoid these shockwaves, but this guy's another one that's kind of a joke, so this really shouldn't be too hard at all. And, you know, despite the fact that I'm over 13 minutes, I'm not worried, because we're already like a third of the way done with this boss. We just start. Now we're 2/3, alright. So, you know, okay, well, I knew I had to fuck up at some point. I'm trapped under the ice! It's like the Metallica song. I'm trapped under ice! Okay, never mind. Okay, you know what? Of course, I hit him flawlessly the first 2 times, and of course on the 3rd time, that's when he's gonna start knocking me off. Just as I'm starting to run out of time. Typical for this fucking game. So let's get back up there. Let's not get hit by the fucking ice! Down to 1 life. You know what? If I fucking get killed on this guy, that's just it. I'm just done. Let's just do this. Okay, hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Go. No, you're flipping him around. Stop flipping around. Go. No. That's no. What do you do? Hit. What the fuck? What is happening here? Just hit him. What's your problem? He's back in the fucking air now. You know, the gym leader just used Hyper Potion or some shit. I don't know. Finally, thank you. Jesus Christ, that took a while. Even my cat's freaking out in the other room because this guy was just so horrendous. Actually, I think he's just freaking out because he hears me being loud and he doesn't know what's going on. But that's beside the point. Okay, so that takes care of that. I will see you guys next time on Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy. We're going to take on the 2nd mission of Freezeflame and probably the 3rd and some other stuff. See you guys later!